Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Qurrataini binti Mahadi. This is the contents that we will going to present. As the presenter one, I will present the introduction and background of a famous manufacturing company. It was the largest automobile manufacturer in the world for the first time in 2008, which is Toyota Motor Corporation. Originally, the company was founded by Sakichi Toyoda in 1926. Then the Toyota Motor Corporation was founded in August 1937 by Kichiro Toyoda. Kichiro Toyoda is the eldest son of Sakichi Toyoda. It becomes one of the largest automobile manufacturers in the industries, and now both companies are part of the Toyota Group. I will share a little bit of history of Toyota Industries. It started in 1926 as Toyota Automated Loom Works, founded by Sakichi Toyoda. He was the inventor of a series of manual and machine-powered looms. He was referred to as king of Japanese inventors due to his contributions to the industry. In 1937, Kichiro Toyoda decided to change focus from loom manufacturer into the automobile manufacturing. It is when the Toyota Motor Corporation was created. It was formerly known as Toyota Motor Co. Limited. Along the years, the manufacturing company has developed to many subsidiaries work. The company now produces more than 10 million vehicles per year. The headquarters of the manufacturing company is located at Toyota City in North Central Aichi Prefecture, Japan. Several of Toyota Motor Corporation manufacturing plants are located there too. The Toyota Industries has a management philosophy which is the Toyota Way. The Toyota Way is the foundation of the company to be the kind of company they want to be. It defines the fundamental values and business methods of all their people, including employers and workers, should apply in every aspect at every level of the company. The Toyota Way combines software, hardware, and partnerships. So the Toyota industry used the lean manufacturing methods called the Toyota Production System. It is the holistic approach to efficiency, generating sustainable profits and satisfying the customer with the highest possible quality at the lowest cost in the shortest lead time. Before I end my part, this is the video of Toyota Harrier production in the Toyoma, Japan. So that's all from me. The next presenter will present the manufacturing process and technology applied in Toyota Industries.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nur Sabrina and I would like to present on the second section of this presentation, which is divided into two main subtopics under the key phrase of manufacturing process and technology applied. Let us start with manufacturing process. In producing a car, Toyota has 8 major steps starting from blanking, stamping, welding, painting, injection molding, assembly, final inspection, and shipping. Therefore, let us analyze the process deeper. The first step is blanking. Blanking is a process of cutting sheet metal into specific dimension and shape. The coil will be loaded into the blanking machine to be straightened and cleaned. The sheet metal then will be cut according to its dimension. The second process is stamping. Stamping is a process of metal working. Sheet metal is placed onto the stamping press or die to shape the sheet metal. In Toyota, the permanent mold is used to give the shape onto the sheet metal as it is more economical to use this technology for large production quantities and great for train section. After the sheet metal being stamped to desired shape, we will move to the third process, which is welding process. In welding process, the sheet metals of different parts will be joined using resistance spot welding. This welding process is conducted by automated robots as believed to be more precise and time-saving. This type of welding is suitable for assembling car body as the process is very fast and efficient for huge car production. The fourth step is very crucial, which is painting, as paint will not just coat and cover the car body with attractive colors to increase its aesthetic value, it also helps in protecting the car body from rust and oxidation. Toyota car painting process took 8 major steps, start from cleaning, baking, and coating in every precise manner. The next process is injection molding. Injection molding is a process of injection of melted plastic pellets into a mold cavity which fills and solidifies to produce final product. Injection molding is needed to fabricate non-metal components of the car body, which are interior trim, rocker panels, front and rear bumpers, substrate, and also instrument panel. Injection molding is the most suitable technique to fabricate these parts, as it is possible to make complex and intricate shape. This process also economical for large production company like Toyota. After all parts are ready, all the interior and outer components will be assembled using bolts and nuts. The assembly process is made easier for the worker as the hoist will be used to hold and transfer the parts in assembly process. Some of the parts were assembled using ultrasonic welding instead of temporary joint. As the car has completely assembled, final inspection will be done by inspectors to ensure the car can operate at its best condition before the car arrives at customer's hand. The last process is shipping process. As inspectors had done with inspection, the cars will be transferred to Toyota dealers in order to provide customers with the high-quality automobile craftsmanship. The second part of this presentation is technology applied in Toyota industry. Throughout this process, computer laser technology and automated robots are utilized to fabricate the high-quality cars. Other than that, two major principles, which are Poka-yoke and Judoka, was applied to ensure all of the problems encountered during fabrication process is scattered by stopping the manufacturing process once problem arises. And then cord is used by the workers to notify the leaders that there is a problem on specific parts of production line. By the end of this presentation, we could see that Toyota utilized high-quality technologies to create the best craftsmanship in automotive industry. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Amir Sabrin bin Azlan. My Matiku number is 2019416468. And I'm presenter number 3. I will present about the defect or quality issue of this process. So the defect in the first process, which is welding process, is undercut. It occurs with a depression as a notch at the foot of the cord. So to prevent this defect, we can control the speed of the welding. So the next is spatter. Spatter occurs with the projection of the molten particle from the weld bit, which means that the sparkling from the welding process hit the product and give the rough surface of the product. So the next defect is a crack, which due to several factors. This crack such as the contraction of the solidified metal and also the growth of grains. So this crack can be classified into 3 different cracks, which is cold crack, solidification crack, and reheating crack. So for the defect in injection molding process, we can see that the vacuum void are air pocket trapped in the injection molding product for the closed surface. We can see the figure above. And also for the second one is wet lines. Wet lines is when the two different parts meet each other for injection molding process. So it will give the line that looks like incomplete molding process. So for the next defect is flow lines. Flow lines are pattern or lines that are typically off-tone in color that appear on the surface of the product after the procedure is complete. So this will give some lines for our product that makes it look cheap. So the defect in painting process is have 4, which is greening, choking, running, and sagging. So for greening is the visibility of background due to the insufficient opacity of paint film even after the final coat. So in this defect, we can see the original color of the body even after we finish the painting process. So the next is choking. So choking is the formation of powder on the painted surface. When we touch the surface after we finish the painting process, we can see the powder in our hand from that surface. So the next is running, which means a thin layer of paint that is moved downward on the surface of the smooth surface. So at the end, we can see a small area of painting assembled at the lower of the part. So the next is sagging. Sagging is similar to running, but the difference is in sagging, the thick layer of paint film run downward. So it's same to running actually for sagging. So for quality issue in this process is after I make some research, I found that most of the Toyota user complain about their dashboard is going to melt. So this happen when they park their car outside of the building, and during the hot weather, the sun directly hit the dashboard and make the dashboard to melt. So other than that, I found that they complain that their body car faded after several times. This also when they always use their car every day, even during the raining day or the hot weather. So after they use for some time, their paint in the car body start to fade. So this can be solved by repaint and put some wax or coating on the body car to make their painting last longer. So the next is the Toyota truck frame rusting, which means that the truck they used to every day to go anywhere, even in the hot weather and also in the raining weather. So maybe because of the extremely weather in this country make the frame become rusting and not long lasting.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ashraf bin Harizan. My student ID is 20192576 and 38. Okay, for my part, I will present about elements of IR 4.1, 4.0. Okay, next revolution industrial 4.0. Okay, for the fourth industrial revolution is the trend towards automation and data action in manufacturing technologies and process, which include digital twin, IoT, industrial internet of things, data analytics, and collaborative robots. So as we can see, there's four points here: digital twin, internet of things, data analytics, and the collaborative robots. Okay, for the first point in industrial revolution is Internet of Things. Okay, the IoT is quite important in industrial revolution 4.0 in road safety or to avoid the accident, because there are technology connected to make driving safer. For example, interconnected sensor, cameras, and intelligent features to make up the latest vision of the Toyotas. And this technology is to make driving safer, easier, more economic, and more enjoyable. For example, in 2020, Toyota Yaris Cross is the first new car to launch with Toyota Connected Services, which enables features. Okay, for my second point is data analytics. Data analytics means that there are some data that were put in the car so that they will process how the car used by using the data information. So Toyota gathers your vehicle's location, health, and driving information to give the connected vehicle service. For example, road, health, emergency habilitation, remote engine, turnover, maintenance alerts, and digital key. For example, as we can see, the simple example is the remote engine to turn on the car. There are a button in the car, then we can push the button so that the car will start immediately. So as we can see, the information that they put in the car, as the button push, the car will start immediately. Okay, so next, my third point is the collaborative robot. The Toyota's company collaborate with the robot to make the cars so that they will increase the efficiency of the work and to reduce the cost. So as we can see, there's many processes such as welding process, high performance are replacing humans. Just 5% of work by human, and the work boosting efficiency by 15% by the robot. Next, the last point is digital twin. Digital twin of the car means that the visual imitation of whole car means that the car we can see in by displaying at the tab in the interior of the car, the programming of the car, mechanics, electrics, and actual conduct of vehicles. So, for example, the sensor of the car, as we can see when we reverse the car, we can know the distance that we should stop the car so that there will no collision. And other example is inspection information as well as service history, design chains, parts substitution, and warranty information.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. I bid to Professor Madya Dr. Azanti Ismail. My name is Nodiana binti Hisham, and today I'm going to present the Sustainable Development Goal implemented by Toyota Motor Corporation. Before I go deeper to SDG implemented by Toyota Motor Corporation, I'm going to introduce about SDG first. Sustainable Development Goal, or SDG, is a collection of 17 interlinked global goals designed to be a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. The type of this project is non-profit project, and it was established on 2015. In order to implement SDG, UN resolution has been introduced to identify specific targets for each goal, along with indicators that are being used to measure progress toward each target. Here are the 17 goals in our Sustainable Development Goal. Toyota pursues creation of sustainable society through its community service activity, and it's aiming to address impact of business and manufacturing on people. Next, I'm going to present the Sustainable Development Goals that have been achieved by Toyota with its respective contribution or initiative. First SDG achieved by Toyota is good health and well-being. They achieved this SDG by doing research and development of automated driving technology. This technology developed by Mobility TeamNet concept. The element that they are going to input in this technology is high-precision maps and image data from driver recorder. Next SDG is Quality Education, where Toyota have formed Female Engineer Foundation, where its aim is to foster and support women in the field of manufacturing in Japan, and the target is high school student and female university student. The other SDG is Gender Equality, where they introduce diversity and inclusion. Toyota aims to create an attractive workplace where employees with wide-ranging skill and value irrespective of gender, age, and nationality can demonstrate their ability to the fullest and achieve self-realization. Next SDG achieved by this big company is SDG 6, which is clean water and sanitation. In order to achieve this SDG, Toyota has conducted one challenge in order to minimize water usage and implement water discharge management. In order to fulfill SDG 7, which is affordable and clean energy, Toyota has conducted a challenge which is Plant Zero Carbon Dioxide Emission Challenge. Toyota has selected 5 sustainable plants worldwide to serve as industry-leading prototype for clean and green production. The steps that have been introduced by Toyota to complete this challenge is by use renewable energy and implement innovative technology to reduce waste. The other SDG is Industry, Innovation and Infrastructure, where Toyota has developed humanoid robot. This robot capable to do flexible movement that mirror the action of its remote human operation. Apart from developing many technology to fulfill SDG, Toyota also concerned to respect for human rights, which is suitable with SDG 10, reduce inequality. Toyota utilized the Toyota Suppliers CSR guideline, which specifically states that Toyota respects human rights and expects its supplier network to also have this perspective. For SDG 11, which is Sustainable City and Community, Toyota Disaster Recovery Support has been introduced, where it aims to utilize its resources and know-how effectively to provide support to meet the real need of disaster victims. Last but not least, here is a few pictures of activity that has been conducted by Toyota in order to achieve Sustainable Development Goal. This is the automated driving car built in order to achieve zero traffic casualty. The second picture shows the humanoid robot named SGHR3, and the last picture shows Toyota Group employee volunteer providing support for disaster recovery effort in Rikuzen, Takata City. So I think that's all for me. Thank you.